So we are live tonight, a little bit earlier than normal because of the Super Bowl tonight. Would like to take some time to spend with my lovely wife since work's been kind of hecka crazy. This is a Xenagos list that we tried to run several weeks back, but Arena wasn't cooperating. I made some changes to it. Now that list was heavy on the sum 1 drops into 3 drops that accelerate you on mana. This one's a little bit more trying to go a little bit more land heavy. So I'm running things like Azusa, Courser of Krufix, Oracle of Moldiah, Mythweaver Pock. Just trying to Ice Tiller Explorer, basically trying to do it more on natural, hitting land drops. Some other changes, I've included GSZ as well as Nature's Rhythm, and then we've also included Defense of the Heart if your opponent goes wide. The Defense of the Heart combo is Galta or Emrakul plus Sirach and Goreclaw to give it haste. Alternatively, you can go and grab Galta Stampede if you happen to have Emrakul stuck in your hand. I did away with some of the other cards like Tooth and Nail and such. I was basically trying to, while keeping a very high density of big dumb idiots, I did want to kind of lower the curve, go a little bit higher up on mana. As one thing I noticed in that build is I was running into a lot of situations where I wasn't able to cast my bigger bombs if my stuff got blown up. We're running both Burgeoning and Exploration. We're running basically almost all the 1 mana accelerators available on the format, and we're just trying to get them dead. Don't have a whole lot of interaction in this version, so I'm not running things like Bolt and stuff. This version is trying to do the thing, go big, kill your opponent with a Xenagos. Basically, Xenagos is creature comes into play, triggers, it has haste, doubles its power. Very powerful card overall. So, Ketramos, God of Exile. Just kind of annoying because, you know, one of the things Xenagos has going for is the fact that it's not easy to kill. But, I'll go ahead and I guess I'll lead on Surveil land here. Commercial District. Trailblazer's not a terrible one. I guess I could Zenith for 1. I think I'm going to go Arcane Signet though. So what could I Zenith for here? Zenith for 3. Actually, I'm just going to plot this. Pass the turn. Not give them any fun targets. Sure. So what could I get a green? Zenith for Ice Tiller. Fetch land, activate this fetch land. Go ahead and grab the Thailand Forest. Exorcism. I'm fine with that one dying. Hopefully they leave the tiller alone, but of course they don't, so... Question is... Hopefully they don't have an answer to this one. Okay, so... They have another sword, so kind of annoying. Crying out loud. Must be nice to have all of your instant speed removal. Play this all although I don't think it makes a huge bit of difference. Sure. There's a remorse. Gotta take Chaos Bringer here. Draw another bloody card. Okay, so we really need a good draw. Zeus doesn't do much when all of our crap's exiled. So we'll play a Zeus out. Not that it really matters here, but... Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I mean, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can go for 7. I don't think there's anything here that can end the game on its own. Guess, yeah, yet another exile-based removal spell. Sure. Alright. This is one of the risks of having the commander and such, the build that we have, but Zhao, the moon's there. Kind of an awkward hand. Sure. Okay. Okay, that. Cavalry levels. Okay, opponent's up to 4 lands. Layla, sure. Untapped. This technically comes in as a creature. Cavalry Revels is just a dumb card. Gold Sparn Dragon? Sure. Okay, so what am I blocking here? Okay. So 5 points of damage minimum. Actually, 6, 7 because of. So 4. Yep, exactly lethal. Oh. Yep. It's certainly possible we need a little bit of interaction in this build. Did have one game I won earlier where I actually hardcast and Emrakul the Aeon's torn into, or was Xenagos already in play? So Kona. Is that the one? Yeah. Alright, well, we'll try it. Sure. Pretty good one. They have another land. Delighted halfling, sure. Yeah, you're going to want to deal with that if you can. Okay. So what do you get to put on your hand? Sure. Does that destroy enchantments? Yep. Because we've been able to get Gulta to put Sirach into play, and then Sirach would have allowed us to give Emrakul haste. So yeah, if you attack with Kona, I am definitely blocking with Pock. Though there is one card in hand. So trigger. Obviously, if they hit a creature at all, they're kind of going absolutely nuts. I think that'll be lethal, because then they just get to go. Commercial district. Back and go to the graveyard. Also go to the graveyard. Yep, Xenagos. I mean, Defense of the Heart, we had a chance to win, but definitely keep this one, although we'll probably leave on Elvish Mystic over Burgeoning, since Burgeoning doesn't do a whole lot on this board. Tamio, sure. So play GSC for 1. Grab Delayed Halving. Play Burgeoning, because why not? Tamio doing Tamio things. Tongue, kind of annoying, but whatever. Commercial District. King of the Signet. Ask for a bunch. Have a bounce spell for okay. And our opponent concedes. So that's what we're aiming to do. Put a creature our opponent can't deal with on the board and then kill them the old-fashioned way. Part of me wonders if I want to go more landfall, if I shouldn't lower the curve a little bit and be playing things like Tifa and such in this kind of a build. Not familiar with this commander. Creature you control is turn face. Okay, so this is some type of... Yeah, we'll try this one. this and that. Okay, so my opponent concedes. I mean, I guess that's a way to pick up a win. Sadly, when we had one of our better hands. Xenagos does whatever a Xenagos does. Alright, Leona, Radical Healer. Yeah, I mean, this hand's alright. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. Yep, shocker. I think you take... Depends on if you can kill the turn 1 play, which looks like they can, so just go turn 1, Elvish Mystic. Because the funny part is, if they kill Elvish Mystic, it really doesn't matter here in the grand scheme of things. Seriously. When you have one of those days, man. Should have done that after the fact. Warren collects certainly a lot of damage. Okay, Tireless Tracker. Pathway. Exploration. It's going to do this main phase. Get the Sheltered Thicket. Tiny Bones is annoying, but it's whatever. Okay. It's not, sure. Three. One, two, three, four. I guess we go for Ice Till. Alright, was not expecting to win the fast recursion of Warren Collects, but Cloud. This hand just does absolutely nothing. I mean, we get Silvola turn 3. Just doesn't do enough. This hand at least accelerates, so. Land tax? Oh, Esper Sentinel. Guess no protection from green card. Jite. Almost don't care about Jite. Mm-hmm. Okay. Surveil land. Perfectly fine drawing that as a land. Jite to Cloud. Don't know if we're going to be able to punch through Cloud, unfortunately. Velia is annoying. Submerge and undo. Okay. You have a reprieve or something dumb. don't know what card we could possibly hit at this point. We're just dead to cloud, so. We're dead to the cloud. His hand's alright. Got turn 2 Farseeking, turn 3 Overlord, so. Once upon a tizzle. For shizzle. I think I'm in the market for another land. Okay. Question becomes, are they a counterspell deck, or are they a just naughty nonsense? Okay, well. Swing for 6, draw a card. Xenagos. And it looks like they have some type of defensive measure up. Water and earth. Get a land. Sure. Okay. Still feels like the way this is sticking, they might have a subtlety or something done. Okay, goes to 1. It's possible we are just dead here. Yeah, actually, there's a pretty good chance we're dead. Yep. As long as they swing with the team, we are dead. We are dead. We are dead. Played one more tonight. See what our last match is. Oh, Kafka. Nope. Not interested in playing against Kafka with this. I've already played against Kafka once tonight. Alright, main Crusader. Opponent's gonna try to poison us to death. So just go ahead and grab a copy of Commercial District. Features written can go to the yard, get some value out of that later. Archaeomancer, or Anarchmancer, whatever the heck it is. Sure. Two poison counters. Okay, play out Pox. It would be lovely to have a Molira in your deck right about now. Alright, I'll take this hit. Okay, so proliferate to 6. Sure. Okay. Somebody either crap unblockable. Apparently that didn't work quite the way they wanted it to. So part of me wonders, the way I currently have this built, if I shouldn't potentially lower the curve a bit and go with like kind of a hybrid between what this deck's trying to do and the Tifa deck. Tifa deck is just kind of its own monster in some ways. But, I mean, a lot of our wins were off the back of, like, Tyrannus Rex, Carnage Tyrant, Thrun, just stuff that's difficult to kill. Would help, obviously, to have a little bit of interaction. Don't have a ton of ways to interact with out of this deck. Guess you could do even Minsk and Boo could probably go in this deck quite easily. A lot of different things you could potentially do with this deck to make it a little bit tighter. I was just trying to go for the more combo-esque wins with this. But I think if you wanted to improve Xenagos, you could probably, you know, run some other stuff, or even take Xenagos out, make Minsk and Boo the commander, and then with Xenagos you have the ability to Defense of the Heart for Emrakul plus Xenagos, or you have, you know, any other number of options. So a couple different directions you could take this. I think this one was fine for what it was. We obviously weren't playing the tightest version of the deck, but I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with Xenagos here before the Super Bowl. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I know it was a shorter and a little bit earlier stream, but I wanted to get Xenagos in. We tried it a couple weeks ago and it had some problems because Arena wouldn't fire matches. But yeah, Xenagos is a pretty sweet commander overall. And even if you like Minsk and Boo as the commander or something like that, you know, having the ability to GSC for it, Nature's Rhythm, Sylvan Tutor, Worldly Tutor, number of different ways to get the thing. Defense of the Heart, and where's the stupid book? Monster Manual, being ways to get creatures on the battlefield. You know, I feel like there's some tuning we could do with this deck, but yeah. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This has been John for MTG Nexus. See you next week.